It's a terrific day to talk the Niger Delta. Welcome on Niger Delta today. My name is Xavier Robert. Happy New Week. Of course, we're back in the studio to bring you up to speed with activities and happenings within the Niger Delta region. I have got company as usual.
Yeah,
Hi,
I'm waiting
good
for
afternoon.
you to say it. Good afternoon.
How about I don't say it
No,
today?
I'm waiting for you to say it today.
I will slogan.
Okay, you're getting there. You're getting there. All right, welcome to the program, and thank you so very much for joining us on today's edition of Niger Delta Today. Today we'll be looking at some issues, starting with the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Pastor Omoino, swearing in elected Akwa Ibom State Local Government Chairman, as well as Rivers State Governor Fubara charging the elected local government chairman on performance. There's also the issue of the newly enthroned Asagba of Asaba and the roundup of the Big Brother Niger Season 9, which was actually gotten by, the winner is actually from Delta State. And finally, we'll also have a one-on-one with the recently released kidnapped victim from Zamfara, who is actually an Akwa Ibomite, the person of Solomon Daniel.
Well, it's a packed program, and of course, we're going to delve into all of it, bringing you all of the details right after this time out. Stay tuned.
In a world of overwhelming voices, where everyone has different opinion on different issues, it is important that we bring the core issue to the fore. Join me, Nancy Banigo, on Softline as we lend our voices to inform and influence your thoughts and actions. This is not just mere talk, it is an invocative program that touches the core of our existence.
It is Groovy Mono, aka the Steez Prince.
Yo, what's up? It's Big Shags. I'm in London.
Hey guys, I'm Princess Jekoko. My name is Mutale Mwanza, the Queen of Zambian Media.
My name is Grand Prince Itech. Hi guys, my name is Baj Adebule. I'm an actor and a filmer.
Hello guys, I'm Falagade Banks.
My name is Kelechi Amadiobi, photographer, storyteller.
My name is Nanradi Dura, I'm an actor.
My name is Chidi Mokeme.
Hi, my name is Uche Uba.
It's Touré season.
I'm Miss Thames.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas, I am Jimmy. You can call me The Entertainer.
My name is Esio Dometa. I am an actor and a film producer.
My name is Sobi Kubana.
Hi. My name is Julius the Genius. I would need a shout out to ADBN.
Big shout out to ADBN TV.
You're watching ADBN. And you are watching.
Keep watching ADBN TV.
And this is ADBN TV.
And this is a shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching, don't switch the dial.
Shout out to ADBN. Keep watching, love.
And you are watching ADBN TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV.
I've got one thing for you. Make sure you keep watching ADBN TV.
And shout out
to ADBN
TV.
Shout out to ADBN TV. Don't touch the dial.
And you're watching
ADBN TV. Keep watching ADBN TV.
And I'm shouting out to ADBN TV.
They're watching ADBN TV.
Keep watching ADBN TV. This is where to be. And you're watching ADBN.
And shout out to
ADBN TV.
And shout out to ADBN TV. Keep watching.
And you're watching ADBN TV.
Keep watching ADBN TV.
Right now, you are checking out ADBN TV. One time.
ADBN. Keep watching. I love you and kisses.
Keep watching ADBN.
And a special shout out to ADBN. Keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Please don't touch that dial.
Stay groovy.
Hey, Bobby.
Ha! It's a shout out to ADBN.
ADBN, Advocate Broadcasting Network.
Many thanks for staying tuned. Well, it was really a long weekend in Akwa Ibom and, of course, in Rivers State. But here in Akwa Ibom, Governor Pastor Omoino charged the newly elected local government chairman and vice chairman to discharge their duties in line with his administration's Arise agenda without fear or favor. Pastor Omoino gave this charge during the swearing-in ceremony of local government chairman at the banquet hall, Government House, Suyo. And he stressed that the local government serves as a foundation for growth and development in every nation. The pastor, while addressing the newly elected officials, urged them to remain connected with the people in their council area, just as he emphasized inclusivity of all locals, regardless of background, and social status. Well, it was really indeed an interesting weekend in Akwa Ibom State, but that even though a lot of attention wasn't beamed on Akwa Ibom, but eventually we saw the winners coming through. The 31 local government area, PDP seemed to have carted away a very huge chunk of the process, 30 local government area, apart from Asianadim, that the APC won. And a lot of reactions have been trailing this particular one, but then more conversations seem to be tilting to how this local government autonomy is going to be beneficial to the people of the grassroots. I mean, the process of electioneering is concluded. Now we are supposed to begin seeing these officials discharging the functions of these offices, and to what extent they are going to be successful is still left to be seen. But then we have to keep our eyes open.
Yeah, and our fingers crossed, because for the PDP to clear out 30 of 31 seats in the LG elections, it speaks volume. But irrespective of the fact that it speaks volume, no one has come out to say there was rigging of elections. There's be any public discontentment or anything. They have been sworn in. So they're here to deliver the dividends of democracy to the people at the grassroots.
Well, there's been a lot of dissenting voices.
In the background.
In the background, and also on social media. A lot of people are talking and saying that definitely people will talk. It's a democracy. People would say that they feel aggrieved about some issues as regards some things they feel weren't done right. But the governor has sworn in these officials and has given them the charge to deliver.
Yeah.
They must deliver. And they must, he talked about inclusivity, ensuring that the persons at the local level are carried along, and every policy of government in tandem with the Arise agenda of his administration is followed through to the latter. That makes us turn our sights currently to Rivers State, where Governor Siminalayi Fubara has said that with the local government council election now over, the state has now entered into a season of transformation where democracy will not only thrive, but the people shall witness delivery of democratic dividends that satisfy their aspirations. The governor acknowledged with great delight the support of Rivers people in a fight to salvage the local government system in the state. As according to him, it was before now that at the precipice of doom because of the activities of some political forces that wanted a grip on it, according to him. Governor Fubara made the remark while charging the newly sworn-in 23 chairmen that emerged from the just concluded Rivers State local government election at the executive chamber of the government house in Port Harcourt. Let's get you to listen to that particular.
Of the Rivers people was to salvage the local government council. And to the glory of God, that has been done and dusted. Michelle Obama said, when they set a very low standard, you set a very high standard. We're not going to go with their ways. We're not going to confront or fight anybody who will continue to use the means of peace, the means of ensuring that this state, the asset of this state is protected, the means of ensuring the federal government that we are not going to be party to any breakdown of law and order in this state. In secondary school, they say there's something they call egalitarian society, where there is peace, where everybody is equal. My own side of the extract from the national anthem is a nation where no one is oppressed. So please, key into this. Work as if the government is ending tomorrow. Ensure that you give your people what is right. It is not, let me tell you, life is not about you trying to get everything. Because if you think it's about you getting everything, I assure you, you lose everything. You must ensure that this opportunity God has given to you at this critical time. I'm looking at your faces. If it were in a normal situation, you know what I mean normal situation? They used to say in the local palace, who's that monkey?
Also amongst the persons, the dignitaries that spoke was the chairman, PDP Governors Forum, and Governor of Bauchi State, Senator Bala Mohammed, who attended the swearing-in ceremony and praised the process. In his opinion, he believes that the governor, Fubara, had no choice since the PDP had pulled out of the process. So the governor simply had to keep the democratic process running. He actually considered the governor's moves proactive.
Strategy to be able to deliver governance, irrespective of party allegiance or partisan consideration. He didn't have the structure of the party in the state for certain reasons, and he had to go out and make sure he allows other parties to participate within the political space so that there won't be any vacuum. And I think this is very auspicious, that is very, very creative, and I'm very, very proud of him. And I said, yes, we have lost as a party, and that is why we are running from this. Again, he has established himself as a governor and the pride of all the governors of Nigeria. At the subnational level, you cannot just ignore a governor. A governor is the chief executive. He can do anything. He can spring surprises because the Nigerian state is run by governors at the subnational level. Even the federal government is a tenant. Nigerians live in the states and in local governments. And that's why what he did to me is very, very proactive and creative, irrespective of the fact that he knew his party would lose. But certainly, because of his deep democratic instincts, he had to allow the other parties to win. And I would just wish that those who have won will find it in their own modesty to give him support, because he's not doing it with any string or asking them to do anything. Let him, the APP, and him have that relationship so that he can govern.
Well, there you have it. Governor Bala Mohammed addressing the outcome of the swearing-in of local government chairman in Rivers State. He had some lofty words to say concerning Fubara's activities as governor in Rivers State, especially how he was able to stamp his foot and decide on what needs to be done in tandem with what has become law of the land as regards to Supreme Court judgment granting autonomy to local governments, and of course the time frame that was given. But right here in the studio, we have joining us to help expand the conversation our in-house analyst in the person of Mr. Emmanuel Ayong. Mr. Ayong, you're welcome on the program.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome.
Thank you very much for joining us. Well, a lot of people consider the happenings in Rivers State very interesting, the political tensions in Rivers State, and particularly how Fubara has been able to organize his supporters, order his steps, and follow through with the local government polls that speculations were there that it was going to be difficult for him to pull that off, especially if he didn't have the support of some big wigs in the state. But then, look at how everything played out. How did you receive the whole scenario in Rivers State?
Well, politics is a very interesting game. When you talk of democracy, democracy is a government of the people for the people, and by the people. And interestingly, as Bala Mohammed, the governor of Bauchi State, has said that you cannot ignore the governors, that they hold the political structure in their states, and they can spring surprises. Interesting scenario in the sense that the Supreme Court has ruled that from the ending of October, that all undemocratic structures in the local government should not be funded again. And all the governors are doing their best to ensure that they beat that deadline. And anything outside that will be met with resistance by the governors. Interesting scenario also that the voter registration, the voter register, the Independent Electoral Commission in Rivers State said that they had received the voter register from the Independent Electoral Commission.
That had said it didn't release it.
But the rest of the Electoral Commission said no, that they have never given them the voter register. Which register did they use? Who is right?
Who is wrong?
Is it the chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission? He was right, because he's a retired judge. I will believe that because a witness of truth, somebody like that at that level can never be seen to be gambling with his words. Probably must have received the voter register. That will be left for the courts to decide who is right and who is wrong.
But possibly, what if he did not receive the voter register and this election was done? Will it be termed legitimate?
No, how would you conduct an election without a voter register?
So let's just be hopeful he actually receives it.
Let's hope that the court will authenticate, But that's, by the way, the most important thing is that a local government structure has been set up in the state. The police withdrew security services, but at the same time, the election was conducted. Now the IG has given another directive to unseal the local government headquarters. Now that a democratically elected government has been put in place. You see, all these are interesting scenarios, but you cannot ignore a local government structure. In a local government, in a democracy, the governors, the presidents, whoever needs the structure. Another interesting scenario there is that a party without House of Assembly member, House of Reps member, senatorial structures, even a governor coming out, the Action People's Party coming out to sweep, the polls in a local government election. You can see remotely the hand of the governor there. And even the party of the governor, PDP, losing the local government
and not really considering a problem from the national,
the APC,
except for the state.
Losing the local government polls. Let's hope that, let's assume the governor and the minister are in the same party, but they cannot produce a single local government chairman. That's another interesting scenario. Let's see how it unfolds. The weakest faction of the party are heading to court. And now we are waiting for the interpretation of all this drama happening in the polls.
But
the Supreme
is it possible,
Court,
sir? Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
Is it possible that supporters of the PDP in Rivers State, seeing the rancor and the squabbles within the party, decided to cross carpet to another party?
No, not. You might be in PDP, but you work remotely for another party. Sometimes they say that we are not playing an individual, we are playing the party. Sometimes they say that we are not playing the party, we are playing an individual. But it needs somebody who has a connection, because in a scenario like this, winning an election, that means that you must have connection directly with the people. It's just like saying an independent an independent candidate. You understand? A politician with the right connection with the people is the only candidate that can put up what they call a political tsunami.
Okay.
You know, winning election without
those supports. But do you think that this is a pointer that our democracy is maturing? Because we are seeing a situation where the political parties don't really matter in this sense, and people can decide to say, okay, we are going to be fronting this individual, irrespective of whatever party they belong to.
Yeah, if you want to tell me that, no, you cannot. A political structure is very formidable when you talk to elections, because a lot of politicians come up only during the elections to start fraternizing, identifying
political
with the
parties.
people. But if you have somebody who has been connected to the people, always connecting himself to the people, you know, without any political attachments and all that, you know, so that during the elections, the people will always remember you for yesterday, because you have a political connection with the people, you have a bearing. You don't come to the people because you need this. These are the only kind of people that can win election without a political structure, because the people overwhelms a political structure. The spontaneous reaction of the people. If the people in your constituency say, no, this time we are not voting party, we must vote this individual. You understand? You cannot undermine the reaction of the people. That is where I come in the language, there's political tsunami, you know, because power is in the hands of the people. And the people, anybody who is connected to the people can always win election, whether political structure or not, in a free and fair atmosphere, you know. But those who always hide behind political structure will always have problem, because you see, it is the party, it is the party. It says this, it says that, you know. But if you are connected with the people, you don't have any problem which party you belong. It has happened so many times in Akwa Ibom, you know. It has happened so many times in Akwa Ibom where a non-political party will just bring surprises, and the people will identify, you know.
Okay, just before we go to Akwa Ibom, the security issue in Rivers is still something to talk about. Now, we noticed that the police had pulled out of the local government polls, but then something significant happened. The polls still went on unhindered, and a lot of Nigerians believe that this is a pointer that with unity of purpose, people can actually go ahead and do what they want to do when they are convinced, and we will not have any skirmishes whatsoever. The process wasn't what people speculated for it to become. People went about voting.
Yeah, it's an indication that police or no, without police or without police, without there is police and all that, the whole thing is boils down to our conscience, you know. Who promotes all these crises? Who promotes all the violence? You know, it is the people. But if the people decide that, no, we don't need violence, let us go for an election. You know, you don't need the police presence to cast your vote. You don't need police presence to exercise your franchise. So, but there is an interesting scenario in Rivers State, which I think we need the Supreme Court to set up a judiciary precedent. By the time Supreme Court interprets all this and come up with judgment, we will know who is legal. The 20 assembly members operating in Rivers, you know, is that a legitimate House of Assembly member? Or is it the 3 or 4 who are in support, who have been passing all these laws and enacting all these laws, authenticating, legalizing, legitimizing these laws? You see, we need a Supreme Court interpretation of this.
Okay.
All right, well, that brings us to Akwa Ibom. We had 2 local government elections on Saturday, Rivers and Akwa Ibom. Even though Akwa Ibom didn't really make headlines as regards the many expectations. Well, in Akwa Ibom, elections were held, and out of the 31 local government areas that contested for that under the PDP, 30 was claimed by the PDP, and one local government by the APC. And as expected as well, a lot of reactions have trailed this particular outcome in the state. And the PDP, of course, bragging, as usual, and as expected. Other people who feel that the process wasn't what they expected also had certain things to say as regards this. But then, how do you look at this situation that has culminated in their being sworn in by the governor this morning?
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm saying that you cannot talk about democracy without when you don't undermine the governor, the power of the governor. All these things are the things that the National Assembly are trying to put in place. When you say you have local government autonomy, you must ensure that you come up with a local government electoral commission. In Anambra State, APGA won all the seats. In Benue State, APC won all the seats. It happens like that all around the country. You cannot expect a governor to sit down and no matter how democratic, no matter how you see him, you expect that other parties will come and win election in the electoral commission that he put together. You understand?
Okay, so you're trying to say, just like you said in
the
Rivers,
electoral commission must be independent.
Yeah, but you're saying now, just like you said in Rivers, that the winning of the APP has the hand of the governor.
Yeah, the governor.
Are you saying the PDP, the winning in Akwa Ibom also has the hand of the governor?
Definitely. It is the governor's party. So if I sit down here and you expect the parties to come and hijack the structures, so that is why the National Assembly is tinkering, with the electoral process, coming up with a local government independent electoral commission so that they will be seen to be independent, running the affairs of elections. You see? So if you have independent electoral commission running their affairs, they will be seen to be independent. Now this man, the chairman of electoral, was appointed by the government. The members were appointed by the government. So what do you expect them to do?
So why was the case different in a synodum?
The case different from a synodum could be as a result of the influence of the Senate president in that area, touching the life. That is why I said that you can win elections when you have connection with the people. You don't need a political party. You understand? That time, the people will tell you, oh, this time we are playing this man, not the party, not the structure. The structure will collapse when you have the influence of somebody who has connection with the people. It happened sometime in the time of when Chief Godswill Akpabio, the Senate President, was the governor. There was a chairman in there, I think in the local government. The people said, this man is our chairman. I think he belonged to whether All Nigeria People's Party or something like that. And the people insisted. There was a lot of pressure. He won the election on ground. And of course, the governor then had no alternative than to say, swear, he said he won the election on ground, you should be sworn in. You understand? Yeah. So when you have connection, direct connection with the people, it swallows the party structure. Probably that is what played out in a synod.
So meaning if the other party members from APC, Labour Party, if they had this deep connection with the people. Deep
connection, don't start
causing this spontaneous reaction.
Don't start to distribute food items to the people when it comes to election. In a time like this, when there is no election, where there is nothing at stake, you identify with the people. The people will remember you. Naturally, they will remember you in the time of election. Not when it's time for election, you start to do. When you have connection, when you are not detached, when you have direct connection with the grassroots, the people will remember you.
Meaning they need to learn.
It's payback time.
They need to learn.
When it's time for payback time, they will really reciprocate.
Well, let's narrow it now as we begin to wind down this conversation. The governor, during his swearing in, had spoken much about inclusivity, charging the local government chairmen that have been sworn in to ensure that they work with the grassroots, the locals, and carry them along in all of their policy formulations and activities. And even the Senate President had echoed that particular point of inclusivity during Saturday's election when he cast his vote, also re-echoing the importance of the people working in unison for us to be able to collectively achieve our goal as a democratic entity. What would you hope to see as this local government autonomy begins to play out in Akwa Ibom State, not just in Akwa Ibom State, but cutting across all states of the Federation? What do you hope to see differently as regards how the local government is run with this autonomy?
Well, I believe the political class will learn from the past. That has not been the experience so far, because we've had this autonomy before. We've had this autonomy before. Only what we come up to here, non-payment of salaries, non-payment of this. The primary school teachers will be lamenting how this, routes will not be graded. And now the governor has charged them, return back to the local governments, because most of them live in Uyu. They only relocate when there is time to share allocations and all that. And I believe this scenario will not be booked again. They must have learned. I believe that they should learn from the past, because the governor in the state now, I see him as a welfarist, that it has not been joking with the welfare of the workers, you understand? So far, so good at been doing well, trying to see how to clear the backlog of gratuities and pensions and all that. Because Akwa Ibom State is not run by IGR. It's not run by IGR. So if you have a state that is not run by IGR, that is a civil service state. And you have to do everything to ensure that the welfare of workers is taken care of. And if you go back to your local government and you don't do something that promotes the welfare, that secures the welfare of workers and all that, then you talk of infrastructural development, then you have failed from day one. If that is not in your blueprint, then you have failed from day one, because you have to do everything possible to remove the civil service stigma in the state. Let the local industry set up an entrepreneurial industry, set up a private sector that works out. That at least the local government can improve their IGR, so that what comes in as an allocation will also help to complement. So if that is not done, then you know that you have failed from day one. And we must, the new local government administrators must learn from the past, what led to the collapse of the first local government autonomy, what led to the states coming up with the joint state accounts, so that they can pay the workers, they can pay the local government staff, they can pay the teachers. That was what led to the coming up of the joint state accounts, because of the failure of the past local government autonomy.
Okay. Now, talking about the efficiency or the efficacy of these local government chairmen, it's always on the governor to call them to order or give them charge to do their bit. What about on the side of the people? What would you advise the people do?
Well, the people must identify with the vision of the administration, the ideology of the administration. The people must identify with the local government administrators. The people must also know that it's not all. You see, sometimes we are the cause of all this now. When you expect so much from a local government chairman, I said he has not landed. I've gone to his house to do this for me. He has not done this. He has not done that. The chairman has refused to land and all that. You see, when you have this mentality, you cannot also grow. Go there with a good proposal that can boost the IGR of the local government. By the time he supports you to implement that proposal, you see that the turnaround effect will be in the interest of the people, and we will be empowered also. You must think out of the box. Well, the people must learn to be creative, not always looking up to the governor, looking up to the chairman, you know, to put food on their table.
While sitting
you
on
know,
their
I'm
hands.
a political leader, political structure, you must service the structure and all that. So these are the things that we have to do away with as a people.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel Young, for affording us your time to have this interaction.
It's
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Well, when we return from this very short break, we'll be delving into other issues of cultural importance. There is a new Asaba of Asaba. We're going to find out much more about this, so stay tuned.
Thank you so very much for staying tuned to the program Niger Delta today on ADBN television. And moving away from some political issues, still in politics anyway, more than 6 weeks after he was chosen by the Asagwa of Asagwa, by the Asaba Council of Chiefs, the senior advocate of Nigeria in the person of Epiphany Azinge has been crowned as the 14th Asagwa of Asaba. In a brief ceremony at the palace of the late Asagwa, the Regent Louis Edozian, Ego held brief since the 13th of February 2024 after the death of his father, transferred the staff of office held by the late Asagwa to the successor of the throne. And if you take a good look at it, Azinge has been crowned for a while, and this is a time to test patience. Because if you've been there since August, you know that, okay, I am going to be the next Asagwa of Asagwa, and your coronation or enthronement is coming in October. It's something to really test your patience. It's something to see if you're fit for the crown. I know other people must have gone through this, and there has not been any history of an Asagwa of Asaba whereby he was chosen and before coronation he was ousted. So there's this relaxation, but we're humans. You still have this bit of impatience in you. Congratulations to him anyway, but this whole thing is funny.
The thing that actually strikes me is how important the Niger Deltans consider culture. And when you were going through that particular item, you saw that there's a son added to his name, showing you how educated Epiphany is.
No, the gods are wise. Their servants should be. We don't just pick them anyhow.
This is really an interesting one. During the event, the new Asaba of Asaba was presented with the staff of office, and I know we have a clip of how it transpired there. I'm hoping the MCR can pull up that particular footage so we see how it all transpired in Asaba.
I will strengthen all traditional authority and institutions in our land, like the Otuhaza and the Asaba Council, amongst others. That I will be accessible, open to advice, encourage constructive criticisms, and show zero tolerance for gossip in the palace. That I will ensure security of Asaba and her people, engender peaceful coexistence with our neighbors and the good people of Anyama. That I will work vigorously and harmoniously with the Delta State government. I will continue to support the government as we strive to make Asaba the state capital of our dreams. That I will push and network with federal government to attract institutions, more institutions to Asaba. That I will make justice, fairness to all the mantra of my leadership. And that I will work tirelessly for peace to reign, both in Asaba and among Asaba people.
Okay, it's obvious that a lot of people are aware that gossip can actually strain the relationship between persons, groups, and even the palace. For him to declare zero tolerance on gossip, meaning he has been fed a lot of information and all of that, so he's not going to buy that anymore.
There were also reactions from well-meaning attendees who offered prayers for success during the new Asaba's reign.
We have challenges are there, but by God's grace, I know you will surmount all the problems. Asaba is a city, not like even the capital. A lot of problems, but almost all the roads in Asaba. But with the big family, he has his friends, he has followers. He will come and assist
in carrying the responsibility God has given him forward, that he will be a success story, that the Asaba community that he will be leading will be so happy and will be enriched further. They will be enriched further, and God will deal with the entire community. All that we pray for him again is that God will give him.
Well, there you have it. Respondents and reactions trailing the win, or of course the emergence of the Asaba of Asaba and him being crowned and offered the staff of office. Well,
have you noticed in the Niger Delta there's this balance that is being created between the throne, traditional thrones, and the office of the state governor? There has to be this synergy to work together to bring the benefit of democracy, however you may see it, even from the federal government down to the people. So same thing in Benin. You have the Oba of Benin, you have the Edo State
where
governor.
the traditional stool is superbly respected. I mean, you can't trifle with it.
It's reciprocal, it's mutual. It's something that has been there. You need to understand that this thing is in existence and is contributing to the welfare and well-being of the people. So you need to respect that.
The traditional stool has always been there to offer that necessary guidance. They are seen as, you said something about the gods.
Yeah, the eyes, the gods, and the mouth.
They're always seen as that regulator of what happens generally at that local level, where they proffer directions and guidance. Well, congratulations really to the Epiphany Azinge, the new Asaba of Asaba.
May his reign be long.
Absolutely.
And also there's this housemate in the Big Brother Niger Season 9 in the person of Kingsley Orishetimane, aka Kelly Ray. He's a Deltan. And they say if you snooze, you lose. He has won a big one. Kelly Ray triumphed over 8 finalists to claim the coveted 60 million naira cash prize and SUV and other rewards. It's like when it comes to entertainment, Niger Deltans were always in the forefront. The grand finale featured 8 housemates: Kelly Ray, Wani, Victoria, Onyeka, Ozzy, Sue, Nelly, and Anita.
No Lose Guard house is Nelly. Was it easier for you, spending the last week with Suj? Even though you were giving us one drama last night, I don't understand what was happening. What's up with you and Suj?
We're good.
Is this a relationship you want to explore going forward? Honestly, seriously.
By God's grace.
What's next for Nelly?
My brand, everyone knows I'm all about my brand, my restaurant. You guys should expect something big, and I really can't wait to work with all the brands that love me.
The next housemate to be evicted from the Big Brother Niger No Lose Guard house is Victoria. You know, this triangle, not triangle. This triangle, not triangle, will continue to be a conversation. And you and Osi were doing something on the table a few days ago with your eyes and things. What's there and what were you guys doing to us?
So it's genuinely just friendship.
Wani, Kelly Ray.
The deciding moment there in the final of the Big Brother Niger Season 9, no loose guard. Obviously, the other contestants, they loose guarded, as the 33-year-old, who is also a professional singer, entered the Big Brother Niger house with his wife, Cassie, under the pen name Double K. This love is strong. Imagine what some people go through when they go to Big Brother and come back. This one, you even went with your wife. Wow. The singer believed that his presence in the house would draw in viewers and also expressed readiness to showcase his talent on the BBN stage, thereby winning millions of Nigerian hearts. Apparently, he wasn't mincing words as he went ahead to win the coveted prize, confirming that indeed the money is married.
Yeah, that's the hashtag they were operating on. The money is married. Hashtag the money is married. And indeed, he came off with that particular win. And it's really congratulations to Kelly Ray for making Niger Delta proud.
Delta, I will introduce myself. He doesn't know we are related somehow.
Well, this feat has indeed put the Niger Delta on a glorious stage. And there's no better feeling that can sweep the feat like that of an accomplished person of this nature. Well, the reports circulating show that Kelly Ray and wife were as decent as possible, never indulging in unnecessary sexual acts as strategy.
Step into the heartbeat of the world where news meets real talk. From breakthroughs in diplomacy to humanitarian challenges and scientific milestones, Global Digest takes you beyond the headlines and straight to the heart of the mind.
Happy. Okay. Well, I would like about your meal. It must really be a terrible experience.
Yeah, it's a very, very terrible experience. Number one thing in life is for you to have that freedom. Freedom is number one thing. Yeah.
Well, you were the last person to be set free, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes, I was the last person.
Now, what kept you going? What kept you going through all of the painful times you had to spend in such a horrible place that you were kept? What kept you going?
I don't really know what to say. Yeah, I leave everything to God.
Well, okay. I can try to imagine how this experience was for you, and I can only hope that as you progress in whatever ventures that you decide to go into, you'd really look back at this and you'd be able to move past it, because I know it's really a difficult one. But then there's a silent question I've been wondering to ask. You were supposed to go serve in Sokoto State.
Yes.
What became of your service here? Were you offered your
In a world of overwhelming voices where everyone has different opinion on different issues, it is important that we bring the core issue to the fore. Join me, Nancy Banigo, on Softline as we lend our voices to inform and influence your thoughts and actions. This is not just mere talk, it is an educative program that touches the core of our existence.
No matter wetin I see, enough fit make mouth heavy to talk am.
Say to intending core members out there who want to also, especially with the new rumors that there's a 77,000 naira to be made, which is, of course, we don't know if it's going to be implemented.
It is.
But then, if this were to materialize, a lot of core members, intending core members, will find it as a good opportunity. So how do they watch their tracks and prevent such evils from coming to their doorstep?
What I have to say is to tell them, whosoever that wants to travel to anywhere or the other, let it not be at night.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Make sure you are traveling in the day. When once it is 3-4 o'clock, you have to stop.
Okay.
Well, how do we do all of this? Because some of these journeys span into the next day. So maybe the NYC will look into a way to break the journeys of those going very far, just to make sure they don't travel in the night. Because I don't think it's within the power of the core members to actually do that.
Well, Solomon Basi Daniel, thank you very much for featuring on the program this afternoon.
Thank you.
I wish you well.
I would like to see more of you.
All right. Thank you.
Well, that's the size of the program, Niger Delta Today. Thank you very much for being a part of this one. It was really an interesting time with Veroswagane Ebo. I know
you're
maybe
still at 7. Yeah, you're doing well. Still at 7 over 10.
Thank you for being a part of the program. Thank you for watching us. And follow our activities on adbntv.com. You will find all our social media handles that you can keep track of everything we do for you right here on DSTV 258. Hours.
Bye for now. He already said my name. Enjoy the rest of your day.
ADBN, Advocate Broadcasting Network.
Welcome to the world where innovation meets opportunity, where ideas become empires. This is Market TV.
I am Idorian Flennon, and every week I'll be taking you in